Hello and thank you for joining us today. This video is going to walk you through how to create a new or edit an existing policy in the Benelux Agency Management System. Specifically, we're going to review how to create a new policy that has age rates. First step is go to your business client account. As you can see here, Idaho Company. Click on the Related tab and scroll down till you see the Policy section. Go all the way to the right to the New button, click on that, choose your policy type, business client policy for this particular situation, and then proceed to fill in all the required fields. Just noting that depending on the policy type you select, you may or may not be required to fill in the plan details. I will tell you that if you pick a policy type medical, dental, or vision, based on some of the workflows of Benelux, you'll be required to select a plan name. You may or may not have the plan built into the system yet, so you can select a random plan or you can build a placeholder plan to fill in temporarily. Just remember that if you fill in an incorrect plan, you want to go back and change that out to the correct plan at a later date. Make sure you also pick the correct rating method. In this particular example, we're choosing the age banded. None of the other fields are required for this policy. However, if we go all the way to the bottom and we want to post commissions against this policy, we'll want to check the box. And if we want to track and manage the totals for broker commission and agency, we want to select the correct effective date that then the system will start calculating and accumulating those totals for us. And hit save. Essentially, we've now created a new policy that's age rated. But that's not the last step. Most of our clients want to also then add in the table rates for this particular policy. So let's go back into the policy record that we just created. Select the Related tab. And you can see we have a table rate section. Before we can create a new table rate, however, we need to check one very, very important step. Do we have employee policies records built into the system? In this particular example, we do not. And the reason is that my account, Idaho Company, does not have a census uploaded yet. And because there are no employees attached to my account, there are no employee policy records that can be created. And the reason why we cannot create table rates yet is because our system will calculate from the table rates the cost of the plan at the employee level under the employee policies, thus requiring us to have a census uploaded. So let's go back and upload our census. I click on my account record, Idaho Company, and simply go to the Upload Census button like we would when we go through the workflow from quote to proposal. We're going to upload our census, just like we normally do. Check the Import Census button. Now, before we save and insert data, in this particular situation, when we have already created a policy and now we need to upload a census after the fact, we need to check this box, Create Employee Policies. Once we've checked that box, now we can save and insert data. I'm going to do a system refresh here, or reload. Always great to do to kind of reset the system and update any of the changes that we've just recently made. Now I'm in my Idaho Company account. I'm going to go back to my Related tab. I'm going to go back into my policy that I created for Idaho Company and go into my Related tab under that policy record. And now you can see all of our employee policies have automatically been created from that census upload. Yay! So now we can finish the step of adding and building our table rates. Going underneath our employee policy, our table rate section, and now we can select New. The system automatically calculates our employee contribution, employer contribution, and our payroll table. So we are only ever going to need to create a standard rate table. The system automatically updates those other tables based on the information we have in the system. Make sure you create a name And then we can go through and start adding in all of our rate tables. I'm going to add in a rate that we know is going to populate an employee record. So you'd go through and add in all of your rates once, and then it will save it for the year. We've just now completed the steps of adding in table rates for our age-banded policies. I'm going to hit a system refresh again, reload the page, and let's see what happens when we go back to that related and look at those employee policies. See how the system is now calculated the rates for all of our employees based on their ages. So these folks must be in their 40s because I added that rate for the 40-something-year-old, and now it's calculated those rates for us. Great. Thanks so much for joining us today, and I hope this was very helpful.